Good morning, happy Sunday. I am Stephanie and I'm here to step it up. This is my planner and I'm going to go through it and give you guys a tour. So if this is the sort of thing that interests you, hit like, subscribe, and join along because this is not the only notebook I've got to go through. This is a Webster's Pages. It's in a champagne color and I've had it for a few years and I really like it. It's got a little tag that says "Hello Beautiful," which is very nice. And I'm just going to go flip through it. The Webster's Pages, if you're familiar with them, they have strings that go through and you just slide in a notebook. When you want a new one, you slide it out and slide another one in. And in this one, I've just got some, I was inspired by Mary Poppins, and so I just put some things in there for Mary Poppins. I've got some stickers, of course. I've got some stencils, of course. More stickers, of course. And this is a little folder that I've made for more stickers. On the first page, well, I've got a sticky note that does not like to stay sticked. But that's okay. So I have a nice little, I decided to try to be matchy-matchy with this one. And so I've got a gold and pink notebook here. And this is kind of, this whole notebook is kind of my main pages notebook. It's where I can write down anything I'm thinking about, anything I want to work on, anything I'm inspired by, a quote I want to remember, a book I want to look up, an idea I have for a story. And you'll see that as we go through. Pardon. So in the front, just a little quote. I like to remember Eminem. At least I know what I don't know. Question is, are you bozos smart enough to feel stupid? I hope so. He says it better, of course. So just some little notes and pages I like to use. Washi tape. This does not have to all be pretty. In my world, it's going to be just whatever it is. This is the cover from a packet of stickers, and I just cut it down and use it like a pencil board. So when I want to write stuff down, I use this because the front of this notebook isn't real hard, and so it'll bend a little bit when you write on it. I've got a fancy little notebook here. I did just watch Do Revenge. If you've not watched this movie, go see it immediately. Jennifer Caton Robinson is a genius writer and director, and I am her newest biggest fan. Camila Mendez, Maya Hawke is in it. There's a special guest star who is the headmaster, and I don't want to spoil that for anyone who hasn't seen it, but you will remember her, Buffy fans. So my next notebook is, I'm doing a little project on REM. I love REM. I am at the age group that I was young when they were getting popular, and so I'm just trying to, I don't know why I went straight to Document. I think Document was their first big album when I was in middle school. So I'm writing down their albums and some of their stuff. That's what I was doing. I wrote down Murmur and then Reckoning. Skipped Chronic Town completely, but I think most people do. So I'm just going to do some notes on REM. I like looking at some of their songs and their meanings. Automatic for the People. Ooh, is and New Adventures in Hi-Fi. Are those the best albums? We won't even talk about it right now. But I've got some little black sticky notes back here, and this notebook has not been used very much. Here's another fun little notebook. I've just got a little postcard I have and a little butterfly on her, and she has not been used yet. I think that what'll happen is when I fill this notebook up, I'll switch them around, and so I'll start doing my notes in this. This last notebook is a notebook that I use as inspiration for writing. I do like to write, and so I've got pen names. Oops, I don't want to show that. Weird jobs. Trauma. I think that I read something like this on a Reddit thread. I don't know if I did or when. It might have been 10 years ago. And this is just what I remember from that and jotted it down. I wrote it down in a different notebook. And so twin names, I'm fascinated with twin names. If I had twins, I would name them Aaron and Aaron. And don't fight me on that. Aaron and Aaron, those are the twins' name. If your last name is Aronson, I'm down with that too. So I've just got some different categories here. I've got weird jobs, fun jobs, experiences, things like that. These are some books that I've got on my list to read. Some writing ideas. Comprehensive sex education for adults, I think, is something maybe everybody needs right now. How does that all work down there? And this is a dot grid notebook, and I like dot grid. And in the back, I've just got literally a scrap piece of paper. I used to have several scrap pieces of paper. My husband kept, you have a piece of paper? And I'd give him this. And now I've only got one left. And this is another little folder with some stickers and a little washi card in it. Just if I happen to need those. Ooh, I don't even know if I'm still in frame. The other thing that I keep in the back is, normally this is just sitting here. It might sometimes get kind of the clip on the back. Ooh, I folded it over. And this is another place that I'll just jot down quick notes when I want to just write on basically a spare piece of paper. I'll use these. This is a notebook that I somewhat used but didn't finish and fill up. So this is something that I love to do. If this is how it started. If the notebook, I'm doing it and just jotting some things down here and there. If I get through it and I'm not using that notebook anymore, I'll start to tear it apart. And what I did with this one, this is where I first had my thing to start my common page notebook, and starting REM was my first wanting to do. So what I did in this one is I just flipped it over and started using the other side of it. And I think that is a great way to use and repurpose, and just make sure you use all of your notebook. I have tons of notebooks where it's written upside down in the front or the back. It might bother some people. It does not bother me at all. With this notebook, I do like to use, it's a Lamy fountain pen, and I just have a dust bunny in it and black ink right now. So that is this traveler's notebook. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I see you again next time. Bye.